I'm gonna be putting a ceramic coat boost on here, cleaning some glass, maybe doing a couple things with the engine bay because the head bolts are starting to get rusted again. I'm gonna try to like put you in my coat pocket here. I'm gonna see how it looks, and then like that looks good, then then we'll keep it. Let me just see real quick. I don't know, I'll go around, and I got all my stuff I need in this ceramic coating kit thingy. It's just this graphene boost, which just boosts the ceramic in the coating. So let me see how it looks in here, and if it looks good, then we'll keep it there and then go along. Yeah, so I just got this here, and I got applicators and stuff, but basically, yeah, I think that looks good. Basically, I'm gonna just go and take this along with my microfiber, which is over there buried. I'll have to dig those out. And you spray it on the applicator, and then you wipe it kind of like your ceramic coating almost, just evenly on the surface to boost the coat. But first, I gotta find my microfibers. So I got, is this one a clean one? No, that one's dirty, but I can fold it. If I fold it to a clean side, I can use it to at least wipe off the car, get all the dust off before we put the boost on. Like ceramic coating, kind of. You just want to make sure it's all clean before you do too much. I'm gonna just go probably close the hood for this. Okay, so we'll close the hood, and let's see. I don't know how else a bunch of random crap gets on there, but so I'm just gonna wipe the dust off and see I'm getting some. It's not like ceramic coating where you need to completely clay bar the car and do everything like that. Just go along and wipe all the dust off of it. I need to go and wash the car and get some things like that off, because that's from Christmas when I had lights on there. Yeah, so you can see there's some dust. And whatnots. Right there, yeah, I don't know what that one is. But, so I'm just gonna go, and I just washed the car. You wanna make sure you have a clean car doing this, so it makes contact with the boot, or it makes contact with the paint or the ceramic. It's like a mirror. Okay. Now we'll go to this side of the car and get most of this. And then I think I need to reuse ceramic coat and polish, and you can see, I can show you right there, some decent scratches from, I think when we had the hood off when I was rebuilding the engine, it scratched that helmet up there. And so I think that's the reason why. So I'm gonna have to redo the fenders and the hood. Other than that though, the ceramic coat's held up pretty good. I mean, that's why you have it, to protect the paint, so I'm glad to have it, or it would have been scratching the paint. Make sure you're just not too dirty and not scratching the car. So I think I'll do this ceramic coat, whatever. Let's see, dust there. And then I'll go and do the glass, because this glass needs cleaning. And then I have a bunch of wash spots. I think I could try to get those off first. Maybe here, I think I know what I'll do. I think I'll get the, there's a disinfectant thingy. And so I think I could go first with this service prep stuff, even though this is technically, let me get another towel. Service prep stuff, it's meant for cleaning the surface before you actually ceramic coat, but it should work for the actual, I don't know, it should work for some water spots. Okay, so I guess I'll just spray a little bit on this corner here. And I guess, yeah, let's get the water spots off. See, there's a bunch of water spots. I don't know why. But here we go. Okay, see all that there? I don't know if you can, but that's just a bunch of water spots. Did I get the... No, I'm gonna have to get like glue gun to get that off. I think here's like, I don't know, it's like oxides and weird. But okay. So now I'm just gonna, where did I put the boost? I'm going crazy. I have the boost in my hand. I can't. Yeah, but this ceramic coating kit from Adams is like 220, 170, I don't know how much. It's for like 7 years, I think, is this one. And it, you know, pretty good. So, and it comes with a lot of stuff you need to keep your ceramic coating in good shape if you don't lose the stuff. Oh, here it is. I'm going crazy. There's just my bucket down there. All right, how many people are watching? Let's see. 4 people. Oh, yippee. Okay. So I'm gonna get my rag and make sure it's clean. So I don't want to scratch my paint at all. And then this stuff you don't want to apply directly to the paint because it's just a little too strong. So this you want to go on the rag evenly like that, and then just kind of rub it in, or you know, just kind of whatever like that. And spray it on my cloth. If some gets on your paint, it's not a big deal, but you know, this just gets imperfections out of the ceramic coat and whatever, because basically ceramic coat is almost like a glass coating. So it's like your paint on average, this is something I just heard, your paint on average is like 50 to 70 mils thick, and then polishing, every time you polish, it takes off about that's like 3 to 5 mils of paint, and then you ceramic coat, and it almost puts like a 5 mil like inch thick of glass, if that makes sense. So it's practically putting glass over your paint, and so when you scratch it, it's just scratching that glass instead of your paint. So I did that side of the hood. I guess I can move down to these fenders here and spray it on my cloth, and just like that. Just rub it in. Okay, and then go along the front here and get that paint. Okay, good enough. Now, since I did ceramic coat the headlights, I can just put a little bit on there. I'm not going to spray any on, but just to give a little extra help. And this, just spray it on my rag and make sure it's folded nice. And then just kind of rubbing it. And this just kind of cleans it up and whatnot. If it gets any imperfections. Yeah, I'm gonna have to re-ceramic coat right there, but at least this will make it look a little better for temporarily. Okay, fold this up again. take this and rub it in, just like so. Then we can get the chrome too, because I did ceramic coat that. And this paint up here. Okay. And the front side, just a little bit on there too, because I ceramic coated all that. You know, just help her in the front of the head too. Okay. And just like that. We have the ceramic coating boost stuff used on the hood part and the fenders. So that'll help it a little bit. I'm supposed to do like this like every 6 months. It's been like, I didn't do it's been like 9 months, so it's probably, you know, it's a little overdue, but I'm doing it now, so. Anyway, now I just gotta put this here. Put it on my cloth. Set that over there. Then just do the same thing to the door. Oh, if it doesn't get stuck on here. I think I'm doing this right. I don't know. I might have to do it more like. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that door is done. Now I guess we'll break and move on to come down there and move on to just little areas. And I didn't ceramic coat the glass, which you can do and I might do. But you know, it's not something you have to do. And just like that. Half the roof for that done too, so. Now back down here. Yay. Alright, so again, just more on the cloth. Start up here and slowly move down. And just make sure the cloth is square. Just make sure you hold the door apart or whatever. The whole panel, whatever you want to call it. And I guess I can move down to this part. I'll do the trunk piece later. And do the fender. And I did do the tail light, so I can boost that as well. Now, let's switch hands. I can't really fit back there, you know? And do the fender. Okay. The fender is done. So this side of the car is done. Now, where should I go to next? Unzip my jacket, I'm hot. I guess I can move to this side of the car. And then, well, actually I might do the trunk first. And then, you know, I don't know how many people are watching, but, you know, you like old cars and whatnot, make sure you subscribe. You know? So I think in this summer I want to take like the Plymouth to like a Chrysler dealership and see how they react, because I guess a lot of the young people haven't seen any cars like this, or like my swapped El Camino. I want to take that to like a Jiffy Lube and I want to see their reaction because it's an 84-hour Camino, but it's not an 84-hour Camino engine, you know? Because they take the VIN, so I'd have to, it'd be kind of funny. I don't know. We'll see how the summer goes, so I have a lot of stuff to do. And hopefully I'm going to drop it over Riley's, but, you know, we'll see. We got to get that Camaro going. And my other Camaro. But something with the clutches going on that, and my other Camaro. It's all ignition stuff, and possibly the fuel pump. You know, those things. Alright, so just go around. And just like that. And I'm going to get down here. Do this part of the trunk. My towel's folded. And I did the chrome so I can wipe a little on there. It's not like it's as important as the paint, but it's doing all original paint and all original chrome, so protect it all. Okay, so I'm gonna get back up and do this side. It's tough to get some good nostrils, but, you know, not. Okay. So this bottom part of the thing too, and the taillights. But surprisingly, the taillights on this are very sun-fitted. But, you know, 150,000 miles, original paint, original chrome. The only thing that's not really original on this is the interior, which I think was redone in like the 70s. But, okay. Now get back up and do the fender. It's hot in there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, alright, now, the fender part. Set that there. There's a lot of crap in this guy I need to clean out, but if you get one of the Camaros going, hopefully in time, or hopefully both of them, I think I might try to go on Camaro Rally in June in Sturgis, but we'll see how everything ends up. And again, do the chrome because I ceramic coated out. Basically everything you ceramic coated you want to get, because, you know, if you got the headlights even, I ceramic coat that. And, you know, things and stuff. Alright. So now, it's hot. We'll finish the roof. And then we'll go on to the doors. There you go. Let's move on to any windows and whatnot. Okay. So I'll just get the roof here. And I can maybe finish that. Maybe I need to get a step stool or something to get further off. But I guess we'll start with, or finish with the doors and this door, and then whatever this back part's called. Now I just gotta get the door. It's annoying this oil pan change thingy is here. But, you know, we fixed the oil pressure issue on the Camino because it was like 5 or 10 when we were at idle. It was like 30 when we were driving. It was like kind of low. But it was the oil pan, or the O-ring, oil pickup O-ring thingy. Tube, whatever you call that. And that was the fix. We had to pull the timing chain, drop the pan, pull the oil pump. It was like a 20-hour job. Okay. Now that's completed. Put this away in the kit. And then I have this like glass polish thing. I think I'll choose the same rag because, you know, whatever. And this stuff goes. I don't want it to fall on it. I'm gonna set that over here. I don't want it falling on the paint. Okay. So this stuff goes. Now I gotta grab it. This stuff goes. I just put a little on the glass. I've used this in a while, so the nozzle could be clogged. I know. Just like so. Not too much. Perfect. And then set that over there again. And I guess I keep the wiper up. But set that right there. Okay. And this just polishes the glass, basically. Polishes, cleans. It fills in like, what you would call them, like pitting. So if you have like pitted glass, it fills in that real nice. And as you can see it filling in. And then the sun glare is a lot worse, or a lot better, I mean. Because the sun glare is real bad and a lot like the Saab in this. So this polishes the glass, makes it look nice. Yeah, look at all that. And then reduces the sun glare because the pitting goes away. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And just get the other side of the towel. And just like that, we got some lots of clean glass, and you can see some of that pitting I'm talking about kind of filled in. But, you know, this is mostly just for windshields, but you can use it on other glass parts. So, I'm gonna go over here now. Oh, I missed a spot on that window. Great. Okay. I'm gonna go back over here now because, you know, I can't get all of the glare or whatever. Actually, I got all the spots. And I gotta clean the inside of that too. And then, and only then, we go over here. And I'm gonna just, there we go. Put more of this in the glass here. My dog wants it. I'm gonna show that get it mostly clean, catch, and set the wipers kind of down a little. And then again, just kind of buff it in. And let that, you can let it sit for a while too. Either way works. But just kind of go till it's mostly disappearing. And you buff for a little while. And once you think you're good. Oh, she's really just, I don't even know. Give me a second. And then get your clean side of your towel. And just buff it out. And then you got shiny glass and glass that doesn't have chips in it. Well, it still has chips, but it's now filled in a little bit, and you won't have as bad a sun glare. Now I got the inside. because the inside is getting a little bad too with fingerprints and whatnot. So now you can kind of see the glasses better, but it still has fingerprints. So I'm gonna flip this around just to the inside. I'm not gonna do too much too special, but just open that, make sure it doesn't hit nothing. Carpet in here, so anyway, I'm gonna go in here and just clean off the fingerprints. The fingerprints is from putting on and off the dash thing. These are really just, I don't even think he's barking good. I think he's barking. I don't even know. They got like a section for them in the garage with like dog beds and whatnot. And it's like her favorite place. Anyway, but there you can see that kind of helped a little. I need to do it on that car because it has some pretty bad pitting in the windshield. So I need to, you know. Do you need a? Oh my gosh, caught it. I swear. Anyway, so I put the wipers back on the. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, it's locked. No. Huh? Oh, tell me this broke. What? Hold up, did the door lock right? Okay, it was just stuck. That's never happened. Oh my goodness. She's really just getting, like, let me in. Okay, now I'll clean this glass. This one side wasn't as bad, but still can clean it. Here, I'm gonna actually sit you guys on the phone holder for a second. You know? You can enjoy. There you go. Yeah, enjoy the little tassels. Hold up. Those are my uncle's that he was the original owner of the car. There you go. I'm gonna go get your rag. A couple things. Alright, give me a second. I gotta. And maybe I can fix this interior a little bit too. But give me a second to. I'll go put the glass cleaner away and get some rags. Okay. come back. I'm gonna grab you guys. And there we go. I'll close that up. What do you guys want to? I don't know. Okay. So we did ceramic coating stuff, and it's pretty close to a mirror. If you ever seen one? You know, look at that. Anyway, these wheels from the El Camino, but I have the Camaro wheels on the El Camino right now because I bought tires for the Camaro and the Camaro's not moving. It's the whole thing, but the Camaro, and we have all the power seat stuff and stuff we need to either sell or put in the car. But it makes it look like a police interceptor, like California edition. You know, in the 80s, they had third gens for police cars, whatever. Kind of looks like that. I don't know. Okay, so now we can either install lightning strikes. Oh, now we can either put a ceramic coat or glass protectant stuff on this, or I guess I could. Well, this glass is pretty clean. I could go clean that. You know, Valpo is where my uncle went. Do you guys want, like, I got my license in 19 days. Do you guys want, like, I can set up the phone on that thingy, and I can, like, do, like, POV driving streams or whatever, you know? I don't know if you guys want that, but I think it'd be pretty cool. So, I guess, if I get my jacket off, I guess we could put the glass stuff on there. We could go out to the El Camino. I can show you guys that. I don't know. Just depends what you guys want. Or here, actually, that's what I'll do. There's a couple of things I could do in here. In the engine bay. Right there, let me get you a light. Alright, you see, there's coolant in the spark plug hole. There's always coolant that seeps from here to these 1 1/3 spark plug hole. So I need to get that out of there. And then I can, I don't know, I could go through and there's some of these head bolts that are starting to rust because we had it parked outside in the rain or in the snow the other day to do the El Camino. So, and I could like pull the oil filter and make, you know, check some things like that just to see the condition. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna, you know, go around and check all the stuff. I gotta get a paper towel. What type of like live streams do you guys want? Because like these ones don't get very good views or like interest people, I don't think. Like when I was rebuilding the engine on the bench there or whatever, and I had the pistons out and I was just cleaning the pistons, I'd have like 40 plus viewers, you know? So like what type of stuff interests you guys? You know, I don't know. Maybe I can do like a poll or something on my Instagram and see what type of content you guys want. Because I don't know. I need ideas, you know? But this engine definitely cleans up nice. You just gotta keep it clean. And so Like I could like take apart a carburetor, you know, show the inside of a carburetor. I don't know. If I did a carburetor, or a video of how a carburetor works, maybe it would be more interesting, like live streaming it. I don't know. you know, it's just one of those things. I don't know what you guys want. Ooh, maybe. Oh, is it gonna rain? Ooh, maybe I could take the Plymouth out, cause I get this one. Be one of the ones I'm gonna drive. So it needs to break in the engine release. We need to drive it some more in the next month. Oh, my phone's just gonna fall over apparently. So I can take that out and maybe do a POV drive. I should get one of those like sticks, you know, it sticks to the back of your car and it gets videos. You know those pogo sticks, or no, those are like the bouncy things. I mean, like, you know, video sticks or whatever. What do you call those? Like they're from like Insta360 or something. We got to check everything because we're having like accelerator pump is still working, because I had to take that apart and it wasn't working. But just making sure accelerator pump is still accelerating, because we're having trouble starting, and it's gotten better since I fixed that. But you know, it's also 6 volts, so I'm not surprised that we have some trouble starting, because that's just the way it goes. I'm just looking to see what I can do. Ooh, could I test like my crank sensors, ignition coils? Could I take apart an ignition coil? Like, what do you guys want, you know? Taking apart an ignition coil would be fun. I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to find. I got paper towels left on. I'm trying to find. So, I'm just going to clean the head bolts, because this engine, the way it was designed, really prone to surface rust. So it doesn't look nice, but it functions, but oh my goodness, I swear. What in the heck? Huh? Green screen, I guess. I don't know. Green screen kids. I got no stinking clue. Okay, so that's I need to get the ones in the back of the engine, but you guys can see that, because there's these like back here that you can see kind of starting to rust, even though the head's only been back on for like a month. You know, it's just the way it goes. And then also, we got to do some brake work. Let me show you guys, because first of all, when we stop, or when we're even really driving, there's kind of I think there's bearings starting to go out. It's more prone when we're stopping, but the brakes, they go like way down. Look at that. Like, they'll stop, but I don't know, that's normal, but we've had them better. And so I think the slave cylinders need to be honed out again, because they get junk in them, because we bled the brakes. It's not changed much, because you can see how far that pedal goes down. And I think we tightened up the linkage, but yeah, that feels better, because yeah, there we go. And then eventually, you know, creature comforts. I'd like to get the radio working. It doesn't work in this because it's a tube radio. You know, whatever. I don't know if you can see, but Yeah. Okay. And the parking brake actually works on this car. On that, it works, but it's just not as well. On the El Camino, it works nice. Then, you know, the dash camera wires and whatnot. Horn works, I think. I haven't used it in a while. The clutch pedal's real nice because, you know, you put it down and the soft, or the, like, everywhere it starts to move, what's that called, sweet spot, is from, like, here to here, so it's a pretty big sweet spot. On my friend's truck, it's, like, way down here, and so it's, like, a smaller sweet spot. And then the Saab, that sweet spot's, like, you know, even if you can drive stick, you can't drive that thing. Maybe you can, unless you drive a difficult one. Anyway, but, like, the clutch, and then it's interesting because, you know, first and second and third, and then reverse. So it's a different pattern than, you know, it's basically one on the floor, but then you take it and then just shove it in the column. So that's, you know, how that kind of works. But the brakes, again, like, they're there, especially if you pump them. They're pretty solid, but they're just, like, you know, like, they're there, but you let them sit for more than a little while, and they kind of sink down, which, you know, it'll stop, but we just had them better, so I think we could still get it better. I don't know. That's just a lot of work. You can see Phillips 66 service stickers from the 60s. What is that? 16,000 miles and $40. I think it was like 1968 or something. It was whatever the original owner of this, and then my uncle was the second owner, because the ones before my uncle was just a collector. He didn't really drive it. So, you know, and technically we only got 1,200 on the odometer, but that's a different odometer gauge if you can see, because the old one was working, and I didn't feel like taking it apart to try to get it to work because I didn't have the parts and whatnot. So I took the old one out, and my uncle or my grandpa bought one like a while ago, and we just had to put it in, so I just put it in. And now we've had an odometer for the last little while, so it doesn't really match, but it kind of looks good, you know? And the blinkers here were an option, but, you know, you turn the wheel and they don't cancel because they're not canceling blinkers. But in 1950, blinkers were an option, and mirrors were an option. So, and these little things. And you want to know your air conditioning in these old cars? Right here. See that thing? There's your air conditioning. Or, you know, you put it to summer and then, you know, cool. Then you roll your windows down and you open your wing windows. There's your air conditioning, you know? But there's honestly pretty good airflow in here. So, I'm not complaining. Let's see, how much fuel do we got? Quarter tank, okay. So we should probably get fuel sooner or later, but, you know, because this gets like this gets like 12 miles a gallon depending on the day. You know, it's like, it's only an inline six and it gets, you know, 12 miles a gallon. But in 1950, or actually, yeah, this is what we've been getting. But some people got like up to like 20 in like the gas race, like fuel economy race. I think they still do it. In 1950, whatever, this was the second best fuel economy car behind the 1954 Ford. So it's not terrible on fuel compared to some cars, but it's not good on fuel compared to some cars like that. For 1974, excuse me, getting 22 to 25, 30-ish miles a gallon, that's about as good as you're going to get. And, you know, people complain about how that, you know, 22 or 25 isn't good gas mileage. For the 70s, when there's big boats and everything, when they got 12 miles a gallon, you know, whatever, 22, 25, whatever is pretty good for the era. And this gets like 26 or something because it's just a little V6, but it's still fun. Anyway, so I think that's gonna do it for the stream, but you know, we'll probably do another one tomorrow maybe.